Okay, now that we've done the auto quote, this is how we would do a home quote for the same client, Nick Johnson. Now, if you didn't do a home quote and you're going to be doing this from scratch, you could click on New Customer. But because we've already done the auto, we're going to be putting in the home, you can just click the home button. Now, you click right there, you select if it's going to be a home, a renter's, a fire, or a condo. In this situation, it's going to be a home. And click Continue and OK. Now, the stuff in the first tab automatically got pre-filled in because we've already put it in on the auto side. In this situation, come over here for the home, put in the purchase date. May 2009 is when they bought the home. The year built was 2009. Bought a brand new home. It was worth $210,000. Okay. If they have a swimming pool or a trampoline, you put that in there. Next, move up to square footage. Yeah, you put how big their house is. This house will say is 3,000 square feet. The construction, there comes a drop box for the frame. The roof type, put in the types of roof it is, and this is a standard shingle. Now right here, foundation, slab meaning no basement. You have crawl space and all the different things. If they have a basement, you put in a basement. And the number of stories is from the ground level up. Okay, where if they have a bi-level home or a tri-level home, where basically looking at it is the first floor and they really don't have a basement and kind of staggers, put that in. We're going to go one floor here above ground. Gas forced air, 2-car garage, you can change that there. Fireplaces, we only have one fireplace. Wood stove, if they have that, you would put that in there. And the shutters part, you don't need to worry about in this system. And then the dwelling type. This is a home, not a townhouse, so I leave that the same, and it's the primary occupancy. It's not a secondary home or anything like that, where I could change a course of construction or anything like that right there. Over here, you move over to deadbolts, smoke detectors, and fire extinguisher, which every home should have, so make sure those are clicked. Next, move over to community. It's a standard community. If they live in a gated community or anything like that, you would put that in there. Also with renovations. With this home being in 2009, if there was an older home and they had done updates on their roof, their heating, you could put that in this information right here. Next, we move to the coverage information tab, where you can see we put in there that they were doing an auto and a life package, and so it automatically pre-filled that for us here. The first tab though is their deductible on their home. Most homes are at about $1,000, but they can change it to a $500 or anywhere they want. Now we put the primary structure coverage A is $210,000, which pre-fills coverage B and coverage C and coverage D, depending on coverage A, which is 10%, 50%, and loss of use. The coverage E, liability, most customers have 100 or 300,000, but depending on the customer, they might want more or less than that. With an umbrella package, they probably need to put 300,000. And then medical coverage at 30,000 is good. If they want to add other coverages to their policy, they can add right here, like this earthquake policy. At a 5% for their deductible, they would add here. Now also you want to make sure that they would click on this replacement contents, because that's the difference of getting a brand new TV that's a 42-inch instead of getting actual cash value minus depreciation if you do not click it. So they get an older TV that's 5 or 10 years old, depending on when the claim happens from when they bought it. And right here you would add scheduled information. If you wanted to add a piece of jewelry or a bicycle or a credit card or anything in there. So we want to do jewelry. You're going to do a wife's wedding ring of $6,000. And then we'd add it here, save, and you would see it pull up here that it's going to be added to the policy on their home policy. On this upgrade information tab, you do not need to add anything on here for most homes and most things that we're going to be doing with. Next is the quote information tab, which is the exact same on the auto side. When this comes up, hit cancel, and it's going to pull up all the different quotes that you can do for a home policy. Now, as you can see, all the customers here have not pulled up because we did not put in correct information. If it did pull up, you'd see more people here. But the different colors that you see, black, green, and red. Green means it's already done a soft credit check on them. Black means it does not need to, and red means it has not done it but needs to run credit. So on the auto, we click Bear River. So the home looks like we're going to do the home here at $725 for the home with earthquake insurance, which gives you a breakdown on the left of everything you chose. So if they ask, well, how much is my earthquake? You know it's $357 just for the earthquake portion. When you're done with this, you click Save Quote, and then you can email quote@tider.net for a quote to get back from our quality control center. Right here, you need to put notes in for the client. Every time you call a client, just called and we will sell tomorrow. So make notes of any kind of note that you want to put in there, whether it be they have SR22 or they need to have this or that, and you can save it in there, which gets it timed and date stamped to know that that person was saved in there, and it will always be saved in there so the quality control center can look at it, you can look at it, and you can come back and remember this client and what you've been doing on it. It's a good place to have saved material.